Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Stuff HD. I am Stuff. You're obviously watching Stuff HD, and today we're going to be ranting a little bit because I gotta do that every once in a while. But today is gonna be a little bit different because I'm going to be giving out an award. Yes, it's not a real award. I could print out something if the winner wants it, but it's actually the worst customer service award. So something tells me the winner is not going to like it or want it. So I already know who the winner is, but I just want to tell you guys of a few runner-ups, because everybody seems to be sucking at customer service these days. So we have a few runner-ups that I would like to tell you about. So let's get started. So my first runner-up is Google or YouTube because they decided that they are going to raise the price of the family, at least the family version of YouTube Premium, by like $8, which is like it's a big percentage. It's like over 50% increase. And sadly, people like me, we're gonna have to pay it because what's the option? Actually, watch commercials? No, that we can't go back to that. We can't. Now, if you're on the regular family, on the regular individual plan, I guess that's staying the same for now. But yeah, they decided that the family plan is gonna go up from like $15 to like $23. So there is that. Thank you, Google. Thank you, YouTube. My next runner-up is Amazon. And honestly, in this case, I don't know if I should name Amazon or USPS. I bought something off Amazon. It was a mattress, and USPS was supposed to deliver it. But then they sent a message saying that they were unable to deliver because supposedly the entrance was blocked. Which I'm like, okay, first of all, I've been at my house all day. There's absolutely nothing wrong with my entrance. Second of all, I got this message like at 4 p.m., 4:30 p.m. Yet at 6:30 p.m., somebody from USPS was able to come and leave the little note that says, "Sorry, we missed you." However, in this little note, they didn't even bother giving the actual reason as to why they were not able to deliver the package. The other thing is, I have cameras all over my house, so I checked, and no, at no point did they come and knock the door. At no point did anybody come with the package. There were two things on my order. One came through USPS. Well, it didn't come. The other one came from the Amazon delivery people, which was the frame for the bed. And that one arrived without any issues. But yeah, the USPS, I don't know what they're doing. My next runner-up, it's going to be, I shouldn't even call them runner-ups. I should just say honorable mentions. It's going to be AT&T. Because when I bought my new iPhone 14 Pro, you cannot use regular SIMs anymore. Okay. So I was using AT&T prepaid because I don't like postpaid plans. Well, first I tried to do the eSIM activation thing the normal way, sending it from my phone to my previous iPhone to the new iPhone, and that didn't work at all. So then I called AT&T prepaid. Well, I called AT&T first because that's the number that the phone told me to call. So I called her. I waited like 30 minutes, and then they tell me to call AT&T prepaid. So then I call AT&T prepaid, wait another 30 minutes, and they're basically telling me, oh, you got to take it to the store so that they can give you a card with the QR code. And I'm like, well, it's an electronic SIM. Like, what? Like I thought the whole idea was to make it simpler. I don't want to have to go into the store to get a card. Like that's no different from having to go to the store to get a SIM card, which I hate doing to begin with. I hate talking to people. So I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. So on my other phone, I had Mint Mobile, And I called Mint Mobile just to see if they would be able to help me out. And they told me, yeah, just install the Mint Mobile app on the iPhone, and then you request a new SIM and tell it that it's an eSIM, and it'll just activate. And it did. Within minutes, it was working. And I'm like, see, this is the way it's supposed to work. And, to be fair, with my sister's phone, she also got the 14 Pro because she's a copycat. and she had a physical T-Mobile SIM card, but that's T-Mobile like postpaid. And switching it to the new iPhone as a eSIM was super simple. So I don't know why AT&T prepaid, at least, makes it so difficult for people. The next honorable mention is going to be the Slice app. So I don't know how many of you are familiar with it, but it's an application for ordering basically pizza. I assume it's in other areas, not just Milwaukee, but basically when you order a pizza, it's very much like DoorDash, except that they are a lot worse. They have the restaurants there, and I guess a lot of times they work with the restaurant's own delivery people and whatnot. But they give you, you're able to make the whole order, and at the end they give you an estimated range on when your pizza will be there. And then one of the things that it says is the latest that it should be there is this time. Well, very often I find myself waiting like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes past that latest buy time. And whenever you contact their customer service team, it's always like, oh, it's not us, it's the restaurant. I'm like, yeah, but I'm not dealing with the restaurant, I'm dealing with you. Like whenever I had issues with DoorDash, DoorDash would, take responsibility for it, and they would try to help me out. But these Slice people, they just blame the restaurant, and I'm like, no, like I'm not dealing with the restaurants. Like yesterday, yeah, it was yesterday. I was waiting for over an hour for a pizza, over an hour past the latest buy time that they give me. Which, if they would tell me that, if they tell me that it's gonna be the latest by 7, then I expect it by 7. If they tell me it's gonna be 8, then I expect it by 8. But like, give me a reasonable frame. Don't tell me that it's gonna be the latest 7 and then show up at 8. Now again, I understand they are not the ones fully in charge here. It looks like they are trying to work with the restaurant. But, if you're going to offer the service, like you have to try and do better. And, I've told them this a bunch of times, and it seems to just keep happening, and they just don't seem to care. I hate companies that work with other companies, and then when you have an issue, they go and blame the other company. Like that, to me, that doesn't work. Okay, finally we get to the actual winner of the worst customer service, and it's not because of any one specific thing that they did wrong, it's because of a bunch of things that they did wrong. But this would be Best Buy. Yeah, Best Buy. Oh, I love him and hate him at the same time. So to start off, I am a Total Tech member at Best Buy, because I bought into the whole thing that, whenever I buy a product from Best Buy, I get a warranty. And I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool. Get a 2-year warranty on my products. All right, so I had this hot plate induction thing that I bought for a friend of mine. So I gave it to my friend. And, on the Best Buy website, it does say that you can give stuff to people and the warranty is still good. So my friend's hot plate, it was working fine for about a year, then it stopped working. So I'm like, okay. When we bought it, it was cheap. Like it was $30. Normally it's like 80, 90. So it was on sale. So I'm like, okay, well, it's got the 2-year warranty. Let's, just take it to Best Buy and they should be able to help you. So my friend takes it to Best Buy and they're like, oh, they don't make this model anymore. So all we can do is give you a refund. But the refund is at $30 that we spent on it, 35 actually. But what? So I'm like, okay, no, that's not a warranty. A warranty is you take it and either give us something that does the same thing or fits the one that is broken. But like giving us $35 back is not gonna help because we can't go buy another one for $35 unless another one happens to be on sale. So I'm like, this is not a warranty. This is a refund policy, if anything. So that's pretty messed up, in my opinion. Like, if you have a warranty, then actually either fix it or replace it. And if you don't have the product anymore, replace it with the most similar thing that you have. That was the first thing. The second thing, which I don't totally blame them for this one, but at the same time it does kind of piss me off, is the fact that they had I think it was like $1,700 induction stovetop thing for sale for $35. The guy at Best Buy that was trying to help my friend actually showed it to him as a possible option that he could maybe purchase with the $35 that they would refund him. So my friend sent me the code, the link, and yeah, it was on sale on the website for $35. But obviously, it's a $1,700 item, so I'm like, this has to be a mistake. But I'm like, I'll order a couple, see what happens. Well, sure enough, I ordered two. I get my email saying that I bought it, and later on in the day, I get email saying that my order has been canceled. So I was like, of course, I knew that they would end up doing this. But sometimes I get bored, so I decided to contact Best Buy, and I was like on the phone for over an hour. I spoke to 7 different people trying to be like, hey, this is the price that was on the website when I ordered. This is the price that was on the email that I received as a receipt saying that I bought this stuff. Like, you guys should really honor the price that you did. Like, I understand that it was a mistake, and right away, soon after I did my order, they took down the page, for that item anyway. And then they were telling me like, oh, we just don't have the product anymore. I'm like, that's first of all, that's BS. That's not really why you guys canceled my order. And sure enough, like I said, right after I did my order, the product was nowhere to be found on the Best Buy website. But then a couple of days later, it was right back on the Best Buy website at the right price. So I'm like, come on, guys. Like, why do you have to lie? Like, eventually, within talking to about 7 different people, eventually I did get them to actually admit the fact that they made a mistake. But even then, they were like, yeah, we just can't honor that price. So, don't totally blame them. But to me, that's kind of shitty customer service. Like, you made a mistake, some people ordered it, maybe you should have just taken the L and just gone for it, since that is the price that you actually advertise on your website. And I just overall hated how Best Buy tends to fix things by just canceling orders. Like, I remember when the Xbox Series X was difficult to order, I managed to order one once, and I was very happy that my order actually went through. And then later I just get the email like, oh, my order has been canceled. And for them, it's like, no big deal. We'll give you your money back. Like I don't want my money back at that point. I wanted my Xbox Series X that I was able to order. Like, it's so frustrating, but they don't care, They're like, oh, no, we gave you the money back. You can't complain. Finally, there is a little issue that I had with the MacBook Air that I recently purchased. I have bought it for like $1,050 open item, excellent condition. And I noticed the other day they had it on sale for like $1,025 brand new. So I was like, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can get a little something back, because I'm like, I could technically just easily go return my open item product without even a box, and they would pay me back the full amount that I paid for it, and then I could just buy it brand new. So I'm like, okay, let's see if we can get me like $25 and save some time. So I called them up, and what I thought was going to be a very simple transaction ended up being like, I don't know how long I spent with them. But basically, it came down to the fact that they would rather I return the open box product even if it was without the bots, where they would definitely not be able to sell it back as excellent condition, and then get the brand new product, or even better, get another open box in excellent condition that was going to be about $933 at the time. And I was like, this is dumb. And they just kept saying like, well, this is our procedures. And I'm like, yeah, but at some point you gotta understand when your procedures just are not good. Like, they're not good for you. So in the end, I decided to be like, you know what, screw it, because honestly, having to format the computer was going to be a bit of a pain. I didn't feel like doing that. The open item one that was kind of available was in a different store that's a little bit farther away from me. And then I was thinking, okay, what if I get another open item or even a new one, and then it has some kind of issues. My current one is working perfectly fine. So I decided, you know what, just forget it. But it's kind of stupid, in my opinion, that Best Buy would rather have to sell my current one at a much lower price and then give me a brand new one for less than simply giving me a $25 credit that is what I originally wanted to begin with. So it seems like Best Buy they just don't care to work with people. And even if it's in their interest, it seems like if it's something that the customer wants, they're against it. So maybe I should have told them like, hey, don't you dare give me a credit here. I don't know. So yeah, that is how Best Buy earns my worst customer service award. I could tell you so many other stories about Best Buy, but these are the ones that are current. So I decided to keep it with those. And why do I keep shopping at Best Buy? Because, I don't have any other options other than Amazon. I'm not going to go looking for electronics at Walmart. And, the only other options that used to be around, they're no longer around. I don't have a micro PC or PC Center or whatever it's called in Milwaukee. We definitely need something. So yeah, when I want electronics and I want them now, sadly that's my only option. So anyway, if you were to pick your own worst customer service award recipient, who would it be? And tell me a little bit about what they did to piss you off. I would be very much interested. Have you also had issues with Best Buy or Amazon or Google or, any of these people? I could swear that there was another one in my list, but I can't think of it now. Anyway, this video is way too long now. I'm going to get going. Y'all take care. Bye.